After the incident at Xuanhuang Fortress came to an end, Medusa, now Cai Lin, followed Xiao Yan back to Zhongzhou. From that moment on, her strength skyrocketed at a pace that shocked even the strongest in the Dou Qi Continent. In just 6 short years, she leapt from the level of Dou Zun to a formidable 4-star Dou Sheng. And then, in just over a decade more, she broke through to the legendary Dou Di realm. But during this time, what incredible opportunities did Xiao Yan grant his wife, allowing her to rise so rapidly? After returning to the Yan League and settling the turmoil, Xiao Yan carried a deep sense of guilt toward Cai Lin. It had been 5 long years since he had left the Jama Empire to train in Zhongzhou. During that time, Cai Lin had shouldered everything, raising Xiao as both father and mother, while also pulling the Yan League into becoming one of the top forces in the Northwest continent. Her sacrifices and contributions were immeasurable. For Xiao Yan, giving her an official status was not just reasonable, it was a necessity. Soon after, Xiao Yan held a simple wedding for Cai Lin, attended by his elder and second brothers. It wasn't grand, because the Soul Palace and the Soul Clan were still watching their every move. But there was no need to feel pity for Medusa. When Xiao Yan finally reached the realm of Dou Di, he held an even grander and more solemn wedding for both Xun'er and Cai Lin. That time, all the great powers of Zhongzhou, from the most exalted experts to the common folk, came to congratulate him. After all, by then, Xiao Yan had just defeated Hun Tiandi himself and become the savior of the entire Dou Qi Continent. But that is a story for another time. For now, what remains to be seen is whether the anime will depict the wedding of Xiao Yan and Medusa in the Yan League. After returning to Xingyun Pavilion, Xiao Yan learned that the Pure Lotus Demon Flame was about to be auctioned at the Space Trade Fair. While browsing the auction, he stumbled upon a rare 7-colored crystal imbued with strange energy. This 7-colored ore was something that only had a small chance of forming when a 7-colored sky-swallowing python fell, and it could dramatically boost Medusa's power. However, it was useless to anyone else. The seller, an elderly man, was asking for 2 8th-grade elixirs with at least 3 colored damlay. These pills were far more valuable than the ore itself. But at that moment, Cai Lin quietly traced the word buy into Xiao Yan's palm. Without hesitation, Xiao Yan purchased it outright. His decisiveness even left the old man stunned. Yet Cai Lin's request was no whim. This was not merely a 7-colored ore, but a 9-colored raw stone, something even more precious. With its aid, Cai Lin rose to 9-star Dou Zun within just 2 years. During this time, Xiao Yan himself had just stepped into the realm of Douxing, using the Bodhi heart he had obtained in the ancient wilderness. Anticipating the arrival of the Pure Lotus Demon Flame, he sought out the Yellow Springs blood crystal in the 9 Netherworld Python clan's 9 Netherworld Yellow Springs, a vital ingredient for refining the 9 Yin Yellow Springs egg pill, which would greatly improve his chances of subduing the flame. Deep within the Yellow Springs, Xiao Yan rescued the clan's former patriarch, inherited the legacy of the 9-star Dousheng Yellow Springs Demon Saint, and even found several drops of the Demon Saint's blood essence. In gratitude, the 9 Netherworld Python clan allowed Cai Lin to cultivate freely in the depths of the Yellow Springs, a place of enormous benefit to serpent-type beasts. Xiao Yan spared no effort to increase her breakthrough chances. He gifted her countless treasures, including the 9th-grade Bodhi Da Huan Dan he had refined during his run for elder in the Small Dan Pagoda. This pill was one of the finest on the Dou Qi Continent, surpassed only by the 9th-grade Xuandan Xiao Yan refined later in the story, and the Emperor-grade Shu Dan that allowed Hun Tiandi to advance to Dou Di. He also gave Cai Lin a drop of the Demon Saint's blood, the same kind of gift that later helped Yao Lao break from a high-level semi-saint to a 1-star Douxing. Thus, Cai Lin entered a years-long secluded cultivation in the 9 Netherworld Yellow Springs. While she trained, Xiao Yan journeyed to Donglong Island to rescue Ziyan, clashing with the Sky Demon Phoenix clan. When some among them tried to rob him, Xiao Yan not only defeated them, but also captured 2 hostages, one of whom was the future patriarch of the clan. This naturally earned him another deep grudge. As the years passed, Xiao Yan subdued the Pure Lotus Demon Flame and defeated the Soul Palace Master, Hun Mi Sheng, reaching the level of a 5-star Douxing. But Huang Tian, a powerful late-stage 5-star Daosheng from the Sky Demon Phoenix clan, still bore hatred for Xiao Yan over the captured heir. In revenge, Huang Tian led his clan to destroy the Juyu Emperor Mingmang clan, allies of the Tianfu Alliance and of Cai Lin. Though the Mingmang clan's leader, Yao Ming, fought desperately, he was only a 2-star Daosheng and fell before Huang Tian. At the crucial moment, Xiao Yan arrived. Though he was only in the early stage of 5-star Daosheng, his mastery of heavenly tier battle skills allowed him to match Huang Tian blow for blow. Still, victory could not be won quickly. It was then that Cai Lin emerged from her years of seclusion. Having combined the treasures Xiao Yan had given her with her cultivation in the Yellow Springs, she had also encountered the ancient 7-colored sky-swallowing python clan and received their inheritance. This transformed her into the legendary 9-colored sky-swallowing python. In a single step, she soared from 9-star Dou Zun to 4-star Daosheng. Harnessing the spiritual power of her ancestors, she struck Huang Tian with a single devastating blow, forcing him to cough blood. Facing both Xiao Yan and Cai Lin, Huang Tian knew there was no hope of victory, and he retreated in humiliation. In the years that followed, Xiao Yan advanced to 7-star Daosheng, inherited the legacy of an ancient emperor, and finally ascended to the realm of Dou Di. He defeated Hun Tiandi, bringing an end to the great catastrophe of the Dou Qi Continent. After years of peace, Xiao Yan opened a dimensional channel, drawing in a tide of vital energy. Several years later, Cai Lin too broke through to the Dou Di realm, and they were not the only ones. Xun'er, her father Gu Yuan, Zi Yan's father Zhu Kun, all reached the level of Dou Di, thanks in part to Xiao Yan's influence. In this way, the Dou Qi Continent entered its glorious finale, with the 5 emperors standing at its peak. Cai Lin, once Medusa, became the revered mistress of the Endless Flame domain. Looking back, it would be wrong to say that Cai Lin reached Dou Di solely because of Xiao Yan's help. They achieved it together. If not for her support in the early years, if not for her standing by him when he was at his weakest, Xiao Yan might have fallen during his 3rd confrontation with Yunlin's sex Yun Shan. Without her, how could he have become Dou Di at the age of 37? And so, the story of Xiao Yan and Cai Lin is not just one of cultivation and power, but of trust, sacrifice, and walking the same path toward the peak. From the turbulent days in the Jiama Empire to the moment they stood side by side as Dou emperors, their bond has been unshakable. Cai Lin was never just the woman behind Xiao Yan. She was a force that shaped his destiny, just as he shaped hers. Together they rose through countless trials, shattered the limits of the Dou Qi Continent, and carved their names into history as 2 of the strongest beings to ever exist. Their journey is a reminder that even in a world where strength reigns supreme, loyalty, love, and shared struggle can be the greatest treasures of all. This has been today's story from Battle Through the Heavens. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the bond between Xiao Yan and Cai Lin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, so we can continue exploring the untold chapters and hidden details of this legendary saga. Until next time, keep your fighting spirit burning, and may your path through the heavens never end.